I binged the show for 8 hours straight to bring you guys this video. And let me just say, my mouth to the floor. There's a lot of messiness and craziness this season. So much so that I bring notes, like literal notes on my iPad. It's a lot. So without further ado, let's start with the elephant in the room. Literally. We call that the elephant in the room. But Annie, what's up? Like, I feel like this season was just about almost portraying Annie in a negative light. Because why did they do this girl dirty so bad? Even in the wardrobe department, they didn't do her justice. I liked the white dress though, the one she wore to the actual wedding at the beginning. But that's about it. Every other thing was just not it. I also feel like this won't fly if it was some other person, especially those girls in South Africa. So why did they actually do Annie this way? The front, like the wigs, the frontals. Collectively, I think we all need to come together and find a better alternative to frontals. Or just let it go. Like, I feel like we need to drop frontals in 2025. This show just made it obvious for me. And these frontals were not it. Because why was she in a whole private jet and the frontals lifting at the... Like, I feel like throughout this season, if I see Annie and a frontal is laid, I just look at I literally clap for joy. The producers did her dirty this season. They really made her look crazy. I don't know why. Annie said what she said. Yes, she said what everybody else was thinking. Yeah, maybe the delivery, how she said it at the actual wedding was... like, it didn't make sense. But she said what everybody was actually thinking. Fantana and Nadia, like, they were all having a conversation about it. I feel like throughout the wedding, Annie was acting like she was not actually okay. Mentally, she's not in a good place.
Hey, are you fine? You're not fine, babes. You're not okay. Ha, guys, are you fine?
She was so jerky this season, so anxious. There was just a lot of movement and I didn't get it. So I'm just going to extend grace to her at the wedding. Because in other seasons, she was not actually this bad. So this season, there's definitely something we don't know medically. But yeah, Annie shouldn't have said that. Like, it was really classless, to be very honest. Before I continue, I'll be releasing a part 2 where I will actually talk about the hits and misses, the problematic aspects of this series. But for now, let's just keep it lighthearted. Zari's dress, oh my god, Zari's dress was so beautiful. I feel like that woman always looks beautiful. I don't know how she does it. Like, she literally has like the fountain of youth in her backyard or something. Or could it be plastic surgery? Because I did a little bit of deep dive and I found an interview where she was saying people always are claiming that she had plastic surgery and she did not actually have plastic surgery. She had lipo.
With me, I had extra fat in my legs. So I did a process called Vagita lipo. And lipo is a process where they literally just pull out the fat. They just take the fat out. So how is that now being plastic? I literally just took fat out of my body. And that is for my tummy and that is for my legs. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think people have misconception when people say someone has done plastic surgery. They don't take any plastic and put it in your body. I just took fat out of my body where I felt like it's not necessary.
Okay, so I don't get it. She definitely had BBL. I'm pretty sure liposuction and BBL is plastic surgery. There's a lot of misinformation in that video and it does not look bad on her. Yeah, it might give her this look of someone that is a bit older trying to cling up to her youth, but doesn't look bad. She looks really good for her age, which is 44 or 46. I don't know, Wikipedia had 2 different ages for her, but she really does look. So I just want to quickly say that I loved the main character moment for that Zari's friend and Louis' special friend, like he said. I really like how they portrayed older women as being put together, looking good, looking sexy. It's kind of portrayed them in a very good light. I have a video coming up soon on how middle-aged women are portrayed in Nigerian media and, you know, making them have their own fully fledged characters. Kefewe's entrance, I don't feel bad for Zari because I think is definitely what Zari can do. Definitely what she can do. And moreover, Kefewe said she was trying to reach Swanky and she could not get through and she just came in. Like, I know there might be a part of her that wanted to have that all eyes on me, focus on me, main character energy when she was working in, and of which that part might also be scripted. But at the same time, I don't feel bad for Zari. It's like the reception and, you know, it's definitely something Zari can do. So I feel like I must compare Zari's wedding and Annie's vow renewal. Girl, like I said, how Annie went about this season was just totally off. And she's not okay. Like, she really is not okay, because it's totally two different weddings. Zari's wedding gave more of a luxurious house wedding, more than a garden wedding. It's literally not the same thing. So I don't know what she was on about in that aspect. Trying to feel like Zari was copying her for a vow renewal that she did not invite Zari for. Then Zari invited her for the Annie's speech at the wedding was definitely scripted. Definitely scripted. I feel like they wanted to give us an edge of the seat, plot twist moments in that scene. Because even with the soundtrack and everything, like, it was definitely something that, they told Annie to do. Because like, the alternative, I don't want to agree with the alternative that she actually stood up from her seat to do that at someone else's wedding. I don't want to agree with that. Like, I don't want to even imagine that Annie did that out of her own volition and she wasn't forced to do that. So yeah, it's scripted, because the alternative to me is far worse. I can't. Before I continue, I just want to say, why is it that this season every event was a total disaster? Like, they barely had maybe one or two events that they did not have a fight, or they did not just completely ruin the whole event. I feel like they had a fight at every event this season. Like, it was really that bad. Like, it's totally scripted. I don't know why people think that the show is not scripted. Like, it's just they gave them lines to do. And I'm not saying that's bad. Like, this season was really good. The plot twist, the drama, everything was on point. Don't think that's the reality. There's no way every single event these people sit down together, they have a fight. They're not friends. Like, it's toxic. It's like really toxic. It also brings me to my next point of them throwing the word friend about anyhow. Because why are you throwing the word friend? Like, why is everybody your friend? Like, why is everybody just saying they're each other's friend when they clearly hate each other? What is going on? Like, why is everybody a friend to the other person? Even the person they're just bringing into the group, that they brought into the group last season, that after the last season, they probably did not have a conversation until this season. Like, how can you be friends? I think we need to normalize acquaintances. And yeah, I know this is a show. I understand that this is a show and they are trying to put on a show for us to viewers, but like, acquaintances. Annie's backhanded compliment at Kefio's event was very problematic. I can agree with that. It was actually very problematic. I think that's why Nadia just decided to be totally done with her. It just felt like there was so much negativity. Like, even you trying to give a compliment about a wedding, and somehow you found a way to still add a little bit of negativity into it. Nadia almost walked her out of that event because, like, and Nadia really stood on business this season. I feel like she stood on business, and it's really crazy because the girl is going through a lot. Like, she literally is going through a lot, but she just bottles things up really good. She needed an outlet, especially when she had to confront Annie at that Annie's event where they called her the elephant in the room. She just needed an outlet, and I think they really needed to focus a bit more on Nadia's character in this whole series, because I feel like they would have really touched on her character and mental health issues and not just made everything about entertainment, drama. I really wanted to see more of Nadia being slightly more vulnerable this season. Oh, yeah, and it totally deserved, in my opinion, she deserved the backlash from Nadia. Like, she deserved the comment for her that Nadia gave to her. Diamond. Like, I'm tired of that. Like, Nikini. Like, I'm tired of Diamond, really. I feel like that guy is just literally cruising us this entire season. Because there's no way all these girls don't know each other. There's just no way. The guy is like all cruise, and he really thinks it's all that when... Hello, Diamond, please take several seats or go back to, East Africa, or like where you're coming from. Like, I feel like that guy just needs to go. Swanky. At this point, personally, I feel like Swanky's character is more like a prop in this season. Like, at this point, I feel like I needed more from Swanky. Like, Swanky's character is giving background, is giving, just add some fashion statements into the season. Like, his character did not really have so much substance this season. I feel like they could have done more with Swanky. Talking about the voice note drama, is it just me, or I think that, yeah, Swanky made the whole voice note thing up? Yeah, maybe he must have heard it over the phone. Yeah, like he said. But I don't think there was actually a voice note, because at this point, if there was a voice note, with the way Annie is persistent, it would have released the voice note or let her know about the voice notes. Like, there was no voice note. Like, there was no voice note. He heard what he heard, and there were probably some very nasty things that were said. But I think he just used that voice notes as kind of like a white lie. You know, when you heard something but there's no proof, but you want to let the person say the truth. So you pretend like you have evidence when in actual reality, you don't have any evidence. I also want to touch on Swanky fighting other people's battle. Like, why do they give him that role? Or did he give himself that role? Like, why are you fighting other people's battle? You did this with Annie. Remember? You did it with Annie, and look where it got you. I actually don't believe in my friend's enemy should become my enemy as well. Why are you acquiring more enemies? Like, this life is bad enough as it is with just friends, than for you to now start acquiring your friends' enemies. That doesn't mean you should go and be cool with, someone that is not cool with your friend. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you should make the person automatically your enemy. You don't just go in blindly supporting your friend like that. I'm not saying Louise was right. Definitely not. He was not right, because I'm coming to that. But, why are you acquiring more enemies? I feel like that's Swanky's character of always wanting to, just come in, fight for it. Yeah, be a ride or die for your friend. Like, ride or die for your friend to the end. But be careful acquiring your friend's enemies, because your friend might actually be at fault. Two-Face. Like, I feel like Baba caught a lot of stray bullets this season. That man, like, literally staying in Nigeria in his house, unbothered, and like getting stray bullets here and there. I feel like Zari, is there something Zari is not telling us? This is not actually just in this season. Is it last season or in the first season as well?
Your man is not even my type.
Is there something that we don't know? Is there something that we don't know? Remember that scene whereby Annie was actually saying that, Zari is not Subaba's type, she's not bothered, this and this. Like, are you sure? Like, I don't want to insinuate anything. Annie's life being all about our husband, our kids, I actually agree. Yeah, our life revolves around our husband and our kids, and there's nothing bad in it. There's actually nothing bad in it. But, at this point, because of the kind of history they have, especially with her husband, she needs to, like, take it down, like, take a chill pill, like, just calm down. Like, she really needs to calm down. Zari is threatened by Kefiwe. Yes, because I feel like they're the same person. Like, the both of them are, like, almost the same kind of person. And that's why when Kefiwe said she thought they would actually be the closest amongst the group, like, it's because I feel like they know that, there's a tendency for them to have the same attitude. And Zari sees that. And that's why I feel like she's threatened by Kefiwe. My controversial opinion is that the wedding at the beginning was actually staged for this season. Like, that's my controversial opinion. That's literally just my controversial opinion, that it was staged. I'm not saying the actual marriage was staged, because I feel like they're actually married. But that particular event, like the wedding event, definitely feels staged for just the start of the season with a bank, Diamond and Fantana's Delusion relationship. First off, Diamond is a liar, he's a manipulator, his character in the show. My problem is that Fantana knows that it's all these things. And in as much as she says that she sees herself in him and stuff like that, like she even calls herself a bad bitch. In my mind, I'm like, no, that's not bad bitch energy. When you're talking about bad bitch energy, think Zari, think Kefiwe, like, those are bad bitch in Edo. Bad bitches. Like, you're not a bad bitch. At this point, you're just Delusion. And Fantana's still wanting to have a baby with Diamond after finding out that she's not pregnant. Is the reason why I don't feel any kind of sympathy for baby mamas, especially the third, fourth, fifth baby mamas. Like, fine, the first baby mama, okay, second baby mama, still okay, but like from the third baby mama, fourth baby mama, like fifth baby mama, you know that this man just is a serial Baby maker. Shakib was definitely my highlights this season. Like, man literally gave more than what I expected of him. He's calm, he's gentle, knows how to communicate, like matured, defends his woman. Like, the man is actually a catch, like a real catch for real. I feel like Zari needs to be careful. If not, she's just going to tire that man out. In as much as we all know that she's the alpha in the relationship, I still like how level-headed Shakib is. I feel like regardless of age, he's the kind of man that can actually be man enough for Zari. The age to me, personally, I'm not sure. But then I'm not that age yet. So if I'm at that age, I probably want to be on some sugar mommy kind of shit. Zari dismissing Shakib's concerns about the whole surrogacy thing with Diamond, especially in that car scene. It's one of the reasons why single guys don't really like to fuck with single mothers as much. Almost like your life becomes attached to your baby daddy, and they kind of almost lose control of the whole situation, and they just feel like a third leg. She actually calling him a narcissist, calling him someone with bipolar. Like, girl, the call is coming from inside the house. That whole scene of Diamond, Fantana, and Kefiwe, I really love the plot twist of that scene. That scene, like, really did this for me. But then Fantana, being the crazy girl that she is, still went back to Diamond. Like, I don't get it. And also Diamond making the statements after that whole scene, kind of like saying that this is the reason why he doesn't fuck with old ladies. I'm like, old where? Like who is he actually talking to? Kefiwe is just 34. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do you mean old? I feel like they need to go and arrest that man. Like, they literally need, because like, what do you mean old? Like, what do you actually mean old? Like, I feel like it's also bitterness. That man is really bitter. Like, the man really masked up his emotions this season. Like, he really bottled things up, because there's no way he's happy about Zari getting married and him not having access to her. And that's why he was making a statement saying that he can get his family back. Like, boy, where? Like, where? I truly feel like Diamond is delusional. Like, he's really delusional, and he's clinging on to something that he thought he knew, something that he thinks he still have. She don't go. Like, Luis. I truly feel like that guy was just misunderstood this whole season. And yes, he might be slightly immature. What man's going through it? Like, imagine being apart from your family for 8 years. Like, although I still don't understand the whole surrogacy thing and, you know, not wanting attachment, but he's so completely misunderstood. And that was why when he said it towards the end, that like, there's no place for him here, I actually think his time is up. Like, those people don't actually truly like him. There's no way those people, because they never ever listen to him. It's more like they just have him there as a prop. In his surrogacy speech, she nailed that. Like, she really, 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 really did. As much as, to me, this whole season, I feel like she was more like in acting mode. Like, she just kept on giving us, you know, that Nollywood, almost even Hollywood acting skills. Like, she was more like in acting mode this entire season. I feel like she also touched on a very sensitive part of her, and I really appreciate the vulnerability. Luis did not understand the gravity of how sensitive it was. But I really do appreciate him apologizing towards the end and all that. Like, that apology scene towards the end, where she just looked at him and she was like, come here. Like, then Ini salvaged us this entire season. Ini really salvaged us. She came through for us. Although her makeup was a bit much, but she really did come through for us. Like, everything was snatched, hair snatched, face snatched, body snatched, like chef's kiss. So finally, I want to talk about Kaye and Naked. I'm tired of those two. Especially Naked DJ. I'm literally tired of that one. And I get it. I know that, you know, he's been married twice and he does not want to repeat the same mistake all over again. I'm like, genuinely, like, the amount of times I just did, like, what the heck is going on? Like, the man was so quick, very quick to say, then she can leave, then she can go, like, kind of almost belittling her to his friends and even our friends, like, just about anybody that can hear, and even us, the viewers. Like, we could see it that, like, I don't get it. Even if she did not know why they were actually acting this whole thing, after watching it, now that the whole show is out, she needs to know what to do, actually. They are all relationship / fiancéhood It's not making sense. Like, it's just not making sense to me. Like, he's just not ready. And I don't think, if not for the whole pressure here and there, I don't think that man would have ever been ready to make her his wife. Like, he doesn't seem to want to get married again. And that is just about all Kaylee wants. Like, she wants to get married to him, she wants to start a family, have a kid. I was truly hoping and begging God that she would actually move out of the house and she get her own shit together, like start her own things. Let him even miss her, because it's more like she was doing wifely duties and like it's too comfortable. Like, the whole thing is just really messed. I wish them all the best, because it was more like, even towards the end, it was more like the man was dangling that ring, kind of like dangling it in her face, like kind of almost romanticizing the whole thing. So yeah, that's about the end of the video. And like I said earlier, this season is just giving scripted, especially because there was so much drama. Like, at every point there was drama this season, and I guess that was their strategy to keep me talking and million others, because it actually worked. So I'm pretty sure they're smiling to the bank. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think it was heavily scripted, or that's their reality? I really do hope that's not their reality. Like, it can't be. It can't be. If that is their reality, then there's no friendship actually. Because I legit cannot say who is actually a friend to the other person in this whole group. I don't know. I think it's just like the friendship is really surface level friendship. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Oof. Which type of stress is this? This was me and you are going to be going through this. I was recording. To